Hello, this is Top Preps player interviews by Sunil, Sunder, and Top Preps Exposure Booster Package interview. Tonight, I'm happy to be speaking with Yashiro Hurst Jr., a 2024 graduate of Lafayette High School in Lexington, Kentucky, a point guard of the varsity basketball team, and committed to Southeastern Preparatory Academy in Orlando, Florida. Once again, Yashiro, thank you so much for taking time out to speak with me. And congrats on your success again, playing
Thank
the
you.
game of basketball.
Thank you. Thank you
No
for having me.
problem. Yeah, no problem. Let's talk about your time at Lafayette High School, Yashiro. Putting that Generals number 3 jersey on. Just describe, what it meant to, again, represent the school, your family, and then, of course, playing the game that you love.
For sure. It was just really just a blessing to be on the team. Just for, the coaches trusted me. For my ability to be on the court. 9 to 9 out practice. Just I'm just glad that they just trust me to be on the court. Glad they picked me up, and it's really just a lot of just when I wear the Generals jerseys, really just pride. Our school, we won lots of championships. We was like the big thing before my year and stuff. So yeah,
Mhm.
like pride.
I got to ask you, the first time that you put that jersey on, took the floor, said with your teammates, if you recall that, and then of course, in your senior year, I'm sure a lot of moments that you definitely soaked in and cherished, not only now but forever. But just describe the journey and just the ride, said from freshman until senior year.
It was tough. I had to go through COVID, so that was
Mhm.
like tough. And then my I didn't play my freshman year. I didn't try out. So I just really just my sophomore, junior, and my senior year, I really just was grinding. I didn't
Mhm.
play much my sophomore year either. I didn't
Okay.
play junior year. I just really just senior year is when I really got to be on the court.
Yeah, that's terrific. I mean, I guess just being resilient and as you mentioned with COVID, really like taking away your time as well. Not
Yeah,
easy, to come back from that, to bounce back and, again, rise above. But, just showing that grit and determination. And
yeah,
again, to see your hard work, pay off. I'm sure again, like, just very fulfilling for you, Yashiro.
yeah, yes, sir.
Hey, let's talk about you. You're a point guard, 5'9", but you play bigger than that size.
Yeah,
I mean, you describe yourself as a skilled and dynamic point guard with a passion for leading your team to victory with your exceptional court vision, uh, lightning speed, a knack for making clutch plays, a true floor general that excels at creating scoring opportunities, not only for yourself, but your teammates, tenacious on ball defense and being a nightmare for opposing point
yeah,
guards. Just talk about both ends, both offense and defense. But let's just in terms of when you're out there, you're the quarterback of the team. So
yeah,
just running, as said, the plays. Not only again creating opportunities for yourself, but also your teammates. Let's just talk about, I guess, first on the offensive end here, Shiro.
yeah, for sure. I really just really a pass first. I like to see the floor. When we in transition, I'm looking for numbers.
Hmm.
I'm looking who's open. I'm really like, if I get the ball, I drive, I kick. you know, it just like I just really just try to be smart on offense. Just not try to force up too many shots. Don't want to take an early shot if I don't have to. Just try to be smart, get a good looking shot.
Yeah.
And then for defense, yeah, full court. Full court, yeah. My coach always
Yeah.
got my coach always got on me about not picking up full court, and I started doing it later on during the season, and yeah, it just helped me out. Defensive wise, I take pride in my defense.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear. I'm just wondering, from athlete's perspective, and I always am inquisitive about this, is that what is transpiring in your mind once you're out there? Like as you said, in transition on the fast break, but even when you're on, in half court, as said, sets. What is, just the thought process and just in terms of because everybody is shifting, everybody's moving from side to
Yeah,
side in, on outside on the perimeter, in the paint, in the low block as well. Just describe that, like, again, is, with I mean, you're tasked with so many roles and
Yeah.
responsibilities.
Uh, when I'm in half court, I like to get use pick and roll because I know that it just creates another opportunity. Maybe I might have a 2-on-1 with the big, with me and the big
Mhm.
on one, or if the man in the weak side help, he might help to try to cover up from the big that's going to the basket. I got the
Mhm.
corner. Like
Yeah.
I just make those type of reads when I'm in half court. But really, I like to pass and cut. Also, cutting, just stay moving around. Don't try to be like stationary. Just in
Yeah.
one spot the whole time.
That's fantastic to hear. And hey, there's so many dynamics, when it comes to the game of basketball. It's dribbling, it's shooting the basketball, driving to the rim, and pulling up for jump shots, free throws. I mean, there's so many intangibles there in terms of having the accuracy, the strength, the range, the flexibility, the durability, the length, ability to stretch the floor. So,
Yeah,
I mean, again, there's so many adjectives there to compound, but also being creative, skilled, and adept. But for you, you've been able to master that. And again, looking at your highlight videos, obviously that shows up. Talk about that because again, you're going up against bigger guys, taller, more muscular, stronger, but that doesn't affect you. I mean, you just have again, uh, just showing people, look, I'm gonna, play as tall as you. I'm not gonna be afraid to drive into the paint, but then I can, come, behind the arc and hit my 3 pointers as well.
uh, yeah. I just really just try to be smart on my decisions. Like I said, fast break. If I see I got a lane, I'm gonna take it. If it's like just me 1-on-1 fast break, my coach has always told me to go. So I'm just with
Mhm.
me being so fast, I'm just so I can get around a lot of people. And I feel like just whenever there's a time to shoot, that I have a shot, I just take it.
Yeah,
Some teams try to back up, play off me because I was driving so much and also good at driving and kicking. So then I just had to shoot it just a little bit more
mm,
than I usually was. But
yeah,
yeah, just with those bigger players, just I've been playing against bigger players really my whole life. So I just
yeah.
been I've been finding a way to figure out how to just score on bigger players. The floater, just whatever I just need to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. I look again. There's so much that goes into the communication, especially in the huddles. During timeouts with your coaches, with your teammates. Talk about that because I think that's essential as well in terms of having success here, Yashiro.
Yeah, like whenever it's like, a timeout or, we in a huddle, I always just try to tell my guys, just keep y'all's heads up, just stay focused throughout the game, even when y'all mess up, just get back, just get it back, stuff like that. But really like when we talking to like going about like coaches, uh my coach really he just has plays set up for certain players. So sometimes there might be an ISO for me, or my coach
Mhm.
feel like I can take somebody. I'll get an ISO out of like a
Yeah.
horn set or like a Iverson or something like that. Uh or like just certain stuff. We really just work mostly off of pass and cut though. Like
Yeah.
that was really most of our game. So if he was in a huddle, he'd probably call a play out for us just to move around, get us some movement going.
Hmm. Okay, have to ask you, when it comes to the pregame rituals, anything that you do, superstitions, it's something that to really get you, revved up, pumped up, for, definitely for the heat of battle.
Uh and I really just like to zone in, listen to music.
Yeah,
Uh try to stay off social media a lot so I can,
yeah.
get myself and just prepared for the game, really. That's how I really prepare myself for real.
Oh, when it comes to awards and achievements, as you talked about the championships, but all city honorable mention, all tournament team at the Billy Hicks Classic. When you look back, any other moments that stand out to you that really it puts a smile to your face and say that's something that again is so memorable and you'll be able to like store that away for a long time to come, and then eventually, share that, down the road, even with, when, with your family and just starting one. Just talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. Really just being all city mention, honorable mention,
Hmm.
because I just feel like it was just so hard for me from my freshman year, didn't play, sophomore year didn't play, junior year I didn't play varsity. So senior year for me to come out still just with that grind to keep going
Yeah.
really was like a big thing for me. The fact that I even got my name out there, especially what we are at the time, our school was really we was losing a lot. So just the fact that I got my name out there just was
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah, that's tremendous. I mean, again, it's not easy, when you're at the bottom of the pit, the totem pole, but having to again, rise up, and obviously you were able to meet those expectations. Hey, you talk about, on social media being in the lab. It's all those behind the scenes moments. You know, it's 24/7, 365. And obviously, I'm sure, like, if you want to be the best at your, craft, you have to put in the time, and, you know, by
Sure.
yourself, sometimes not even with anyone around. Talk about, strength and conditioning, nutrition, rest and recovery. I mean, everybody talks the physicality of athletics, but mentally you have to be as sharp as ever. Just what has been like the perfect blueprint for you, Yashiro?
Uh really just being able to just keep going every single day, my family, they keep me going, keep me making sure I'm eating right, make sure I'm staying focused, make sure my mind's on basketball instead of, other things like,
Hmm.
kids these days like partying and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
they just keep me focused on just what I got going on because they know what I had to go through to get to where, I'm getting more exposure now out from a
Mhm.
lot of people. A lot of people
Yeah.
starting to notice my game and as a point guard and stuff like that. So, but really back to what you were saying, just playing pickup basketball and then also working by myself on my shot. That's what I'm really trying to get
Yeah.
good at, working on my shot. Uh really just working on my shot and pick up basketball against the older people, good competition. Cause I feel like the older people they really like the grown men that you see like YMCA and stuff like that
Yeah.
they really know basketball and that they got more years above you. So they see if you're good or not. And I feel like I just take a lot of stuff from just those pickup games and try to use them to my game, try to take little pieces from just everything. Just studying like if I go on TV, I'm watching the NBA every single time or college basketball. I just try to study and like take a lot of things that I see from them and try to put into my game so I can be a better guard.
Yeah, that's again, that's spectacular, because the fact that you're a true student of the game, and you really like to, again, break down the film, and watch others play. And again, those experiences, as you said, playing against older players, it can be nothing but beneficial, just in terms of, all the tidbits, all the nuggets that you can pick up, and advice, from those guys, in terms of, how you can apply it to your game. Hey, let's not forget, you're committed to Southeastern Preparatory Academy in Orlando, Florida. Just let's dive into that. Just talk about the decision making there, and how excited you are to, join, as said, Southeastern Preparatory Academy.
Yeah, me and my family thought it was a perfect decision to join the prep school because just the experience really. Our my coach Jordan Martz, he knows he's had experience with the game with a lot of things like NBA. He's trained NBA players.
Mhm.
He's worked in the college as assistant coach, so he's been around a lot of stuff that I feel like I can gain from him and pick up from him. Uh, yeah, that's really what it is. That's why I made
Yeah.
the decision. The experience, just the knowledge he can give me, they're gonna make me bigger, stronger. So I feel like when I get bigger and stronger, I can be able to get to my spots more.
Hmm.
Stuff like nobody can really cut me off of whatever I'm trying to do. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just experience, knowledge.
Yeah, that's fabulous to hear. Hey, before we came on there, I know you have a lot of love for for Lafayette High School, for the
Yeah,
basketball team, the varsity. I know there are coaches, there are players, so wanted to give you the floor there, to
I definitely want
definitely.
to give a shout out to KJ Jones, uh, Eli Thomas, and Tyler Hunt. Those three, they played a big role into my senior year. So yeah, definitely there's some the guys that people should definitely go check out
Yeah,
for sure.
no, that's great to hear, and just having that type of bond with your teammates, because those are friendships, those are relationships that will carry on well beyond the hardwood court. Hey, let's just talk about Lafayette High School in general, just in terms of the support from the student body, the administration, athletic departments, what they meant to you and your progress. Said in those 4 years.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're very big on grades. I think that they were like I think we had the highest scores for our school or something like that. I'm not sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, they're just very big on the grades mostly. Like for you coming to Lafayette, really just for school. Like if you want better school, we have different academies
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So for just for stuff, whatever you're trying to do, like doctor, whatever, like I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just like they keep you motivated to keep going uh in the school. So yeah, they just real heavy on like just staying in the books
Think it's such a
and
pertinent,
education.
yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think it's a perfect transition to my next question is, about being a student athlete.
Yeah.
3.0 GPA. There's a lot of time management, organization involved. I mean, the fact you have to dedicate so much time to playing basketball, whether it's the practices, the lifts, uh, game time itself, road games, you know, long hours, come back, you have to hit the books. Again, what is just again for you being able to balance it out both effectively? What has worked out for you? Because again, not everybody is cut out to be a student athlete here. Yashiro.
Yeah. So what I did was I woke up around 6 a.m. I went to the gym, work on my shot, work on my game. And then, around 8:30 ish, like that's when our school starts. So I probably got to school about like 8:15.
Hmm.
And I would just go to school, and then for your senior year, so you get to like leave school early around like 11:30,
Hmm.
12. So those would be the
Yeah.
hours I try to work on my work, like homework and stuff. And then we had practice. So then practice, and then that's how I went on about like trying to figure out the schoolwork. So
Yeah.
that's what I did. Just a lot of just waking up early, getting shots up, and then practice. So then I
Yeah.
know that I did work outside of basketball, like outside of practice, and you know, yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think just having that regimen, that structure in place, again, is so vital, because knowing what your responsibilities are, when it comes to both academics, athletics, and just again being able to mesh that again so well, and that again a testament to your hard work. Hey, when it comes to the game of basketball, just pivoting back, you've been playing it for so long. I wonder the first time you picked up a basketball, just in terms of what makes the game so enjoyable to play. What are the just whether it's practices, games, uh, because obviously you got to work on your fundamentals and skills. Uh, what is it about it that just makes it just so special to play?
Really, I just take it from my family, my brother, my sister. They play sports. My mom plays. My whole family plays sports. So
Okay.
it just really me and my brother always go against each other. It's like competitive. So I'm one day. He's older than me, so he used to beat me a lot. So I
Yeah.
think that really make me work work like hard. I think that's what
Yeah.
made me fall in love with basketball. Really, just the competitiveness, and just that feeling that you get like whenever you win or whatever, because
Yeah.
that's what I felt. That's how I felt whenever I beat my brother. I just it feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's outstanding to hear. Just again, having, I said, family just being able to push you, to that highest limit at the peak of the mountain. Hey, when it comes to, college, the NBA, especially the NBA, you said you watch, quite extensively.
Yeah.
What players that really stand out, especially that point guard position that um you really watch, said quite closely, and just take away, said their tendencies, so the way they approach the game, play it. Um, Anybody that really is
Uh, yeah.
in
I
your
like to
books or
watch.
stands out.
I like to watch Trey Young,
Hmm.
Darius Garland, um, Marquise Noel, uh, and like other players like Curry, like
Yeah,
just people I watch. I just take little stuff from like their game and I try to add to my game. Like Curry
yeah,
said like off ball movement. I like watching
yes,
studying
yeah,
that, and then Trey Young and Darius Garland and all these small guards that like counted as small guards in NBA. Like just the way that how they come off a pick and roll. They
hmm,
start from the left. They got the ball in their right hand. They coming. They strong hand. So like just stuff like that. I just watch stuff like that on pick and roll from those type of players, point guards. I just take little stuff from that.
yeah. I mean, just mesmerizing. I mean, you sit there in awe, especially what Steph Curry did in the Olympics. I mean, against Serbia with hitting,
Like crazy
three
shot.
point, one shot after another from, I said well behind, the arc, and just, just hitting nothing but net. And it's just like, again, just, the greatest, probably, definitely the hands down the greatest, 3-point shooter of all time. Hey, let's talk about social media. It's played again a critical role in getting you out there, more visibility and
Sure.
exposure, highlight videos, especially on X, formerly known as Twitter. And the fact that we're doing this interview, I said the top preps, player interview, the top preps booster exposure, I said interview. Just talk about, you know, you're gonna be working with, GBR GFX. Blaine Randall, he does a phenomenal job with the graphic images. Just how much that has, like, catapulted you, and put you out there on the nationals scene here.
Yeah, it's a blessing for sure. Knowing that I literally had nobody looking at me.
Yeah.
From you know COVID, I didn't play. Sophomore, I didn't play. Like I didn't play all the way up till my senior year.
Mhm.
So it's just like it just shows how much work I didn't put in to get to this point. To just for people to really see like, yeah, this guard, yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of crazy too because I really had like nobody really looking at me, and it just it's crazy just how just one clip or like just one game could just change your whole like
Yeah.
everything for real.
Yeah, it definitely a split second, and the way things transpire, like, again, it can really make a world of difference. And it's great to see you finally being recognized again for all your hard work again on and off the court. Hey, you talked about family. I said, Yashiro, just what have they meant to you along this journey? Just with playing basketball.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely got to give credit to my mom. She just always been by my side, but behind everything, even when I was not playing, she encouraged me to keep going. Waking me up at 6 a.m. Uh, just just being there. She was in the gym with
Yeah.
me while I have a bad game. I might miss 2 free throws. She would be in the gym. We gonna hit 10 free throws. 6 a.m. She's in the gym at 6 a.m. shooting free throws, shooting free throws with me. So it's really just it's a
Yeah.
blessing for sure. That my mom's just still here, just being able to
Yeah.
just encourage me to keep playing every
Yeah.
single day. I wake up. But also just you know uh my granny for sure. Uh, she she prays that I get to be on the TV one day. She gets to see me on TV, and I want to make that happen for sure for her because I know that they both had it hard. Uh, just them two growing up, so I definitely want to make it for them for sure. And my
Yeah.
dad too. He encouraged me to keep going. Just
Yeah.
everybody in my family just keeps encouraging me to go on, but my mom is probably at the top for sure.
Yeah, that's beautiful to hear. Look, with all the pressure you have to, face, like, again, with school, with academics, athletics, you need to kick back. I know your hobbies are playing a lot of board games, movie nights, and traveling to various places with your family. What are those moments like for you, Yashiro? Just being able to spend that quality time, and just, those moments, just I'm sure, like, is something that you really take stock of, and, definitely rejoice in.
Yeah, it's definitely just very competitive. From from the Uno, the Monopoly, the Connect
Yeah.
Four, like it's, every game is just competitive. Like if you lose, like my mom always
Yeah.
told me, like uh the second, nobody remembers second place. So it's like if you lose, it's like it's you, yeah. Hey, you're
Yeah.
gonna hear it for the rest of the night. Yeah, even with the Wii Sports bowling too, like Wii
Yeah.
Sports, it's you're going to hear it if you lose. Like it's just always been in me, just being competitive.
Yeah, that's terrific to hear. Look, you have, again, such a, refreshing attitude, just positive, like, smiling, just like, really, where like, you're confident in your abilities. And I think you're in a perfect place and definitely a role model, for these younger kids and athletes out there across this country
Yeah,
and world. You know, as you know, social media and there are other influences, so it can get in that way of, kids trying to find their way and move up that ladder.
yeah,
So I guess really what I'm getting at the gist of it is that what would be your advice and message for those, kids? Because you were there at one time
yeah.
trying to, figure out, okay, what am I good at? I'm sure you played a bunch of sports, but basketball eventually became your passion, and here you are year after year playing,
Or,
the game. So just what would you say to the
uh,
kids out there?
uh, just just stay focused. Whatever you're trying to do, just have faith in whatever you're trying to do. That's one thing that played an important part in my whole life. Just not being able to give up, and
Mhm.
you know, just stay away from distractions. Whatever distracting you, don't even try to get into any of that stuff. Like if it's partying, drinking, so, like I don't do any of those
Mhm.
things. So just staying focused, stay in the gym, stay just passionate of whatever you're trying to do. And I also just want to give a shout out to family back home in Muncie, Indiana.
Okay.
Just I want people over there to hear me out about just staying focused, staying away from just all types of stuff that goes down there. I'm not really trying to get into all
Yeah.
that, but it's
Yeah. No.
a lot of stuff that goes down there. So I just want them to
Yeah.
stay focused and whatever they want to do, just you can do it. It's never,
Yeah.
no dream is too big.
Yeah. No, what I admire about you most, sure, is that you're authentic and genuine. You come across as being real, like and I know that's hard to do. As said, as you're growing up and going through your teenage years, especially in high school. I mean, yeah, it's just no walk in the park, and I think that that's a just wonderful trait that you exemplify. Hey, I was wondering, I probably asked you this before, but do you remember the first time you picked up a basketball? Like, I'm just curious about
Uh,
that.
it was definitely in my hometown, Muncie. It was
Yeah.
it was upward. Like I was probably like I was probably like 3, 4, probably.
Okay.
But I made sure I won MVP though. Like one of my best
Yeah.
friends was playing in it, so getting to play him, it was just like competitive. I had to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's really made me love it. It's just from upward to I went to KBA at the time. It was called KBA. I don't know what it's called now, but KBA.
Mhm.
I was winning just awards, like a lot of awards. Like I would win MVP, the best shooter, like just a lot of just things. I just kept winning, so it was like,
Yeah.
dang, I could probably do something with this. And then coming around middle school, that's when I started really like I could do something with this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's super to hear. It really is. I, the one thing I wanted to ask you is just in terms of coming full circle, as I said here, like, from where you started and now here, and you're taking a big step in your life because you're going to Orlando, Florida. I mean, and I'm wondering what is, going through your mind as you take this next step in your life, in your basketball journey here as well.
Uh, Mostly just block out distractions.
Hmm.
Uh, just trying to just keep doing what I'm doing. I know that in my head that basically what I'm going to be doing out there is the same thing I do at here. I wake
Yeah.
up at 6 a.m. I go shoot. Like it's the same thing I do here is the same thing
Yeah.
I'm going to transfer down to Florida. So it's
Yeah.
like I'm not really it's no really no worries about how far it is. I know I'm
Hmm.
going to be missing a lot of people, but
Yeah.
I know I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
great.
believe.
Okay, Yashiro, just incredible hearing your background story. So you get the final word and message here, which is well deserved for family, friends, teammates, coaches, the student body, athletic and administration at Lafayette High School, the community of Lexington, Kentucky, and now your new home, your teammates and coaches at Southeastern Preparatory Academy in Orlando, Florida. So I'm sure there are a lot of people you want to thank here, and just wanted to give you this opportunity here.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank my teammates from Lafayette for just being able to just keep working. Even while we was losing, we all stayed tight. We stayed together, and we made it pretty. We ended up making it pretty far. I want to thank my coaches too, Coach V, Coach Wilkes, the whole coaching staff for just being able to keep me going. Also keep me motivated. Even when I was down, uh, they just kept me up. Um, I want to thank also Coach T. He played a big role. He plays overseas now. He's playing overseas now, but he played a big role in my game. To teach me the IQ of the game, just like learning, just keep learning. Uh, and then I also want to thank people from the YMCA and like the other gyms I didn't play at just
Yeah.
for just giving me gems to learn, just keep learning from them and just from my coaches. And I also want to thank Coach Jordan Martz, the Southern Eastern Preparatory Academy head coach, for just giving me this blessing to play for his team. He could have chose any other guard that's 6'6", 6'3", but he went with the 5'9". But yeah, I just want to thank them for sure for just you know blessing me, and I want to thank hometown Muncie, Indiana, for sure. Thank them for just creating a dog, for sure, and my family too, my mom for sure. Just she keep me going like the rest of 'em.
Yeah, that's fantastic to hear. Hey, it's sure a true honor and privilege being able to speak with you, and again hear your basketball journey and your time at Lafayette High School, and again, congrats on your success there on the varsity basketball team, and wishing you all the best in your new home at Southeastern Preparatory Academy in Orlando, Florida. And can't wait to see what you do on the basketball court there.
Yes, sir. Thank you.